So today we're going to talk about the project charter in a bit more detail. We're going to take the opportunity to look at a sample project charter and build upon some of the discussions we've had in the last sessions around the who, what, why, where, when, how much, and I guess those are the questions we're going to answer. So let's look at this project charter here. There's a technology transfer of the molecule X process, whatever that is. There's a revision history, or first, just keeping track of what versions we're in. It's good to have version control in the event that things change as a result of any kind of review with end clients or sponsors or subject matter experts. Now let's move into the body of the project. As we look at this project, and I'm going to increase the size a bit, let's look at the purpose. Acme Biotech has seen tremendous growth of market share in its key oncology product. It's been produced at the California facility for 5 years, and due to facility constraints, the product rate and quantity will soon be insufficient to keep up with the supply demand for the project. Right there, I know the context of the project, the reason we're doing it, and where we're doing it. You can probably read the rest of the purpose on yourself, but there's a potential stockout situation if nothing changes. Since it's a key product for Acme Biotech, they need to spread the risk of production across 2 facilities. So in this project, we're going to transfer the molecule by a certain time period, avoiding the stockout situation, which will provide sufficient time for product made at the North Carolina facility. Wonderful purpose. Within those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences, we know what the project is about, the context of the project, the background, who's going to do it, where it is, and what it's all about. Now let's look at our scope statement. Corporate commercial operations will be accountable. They'll move the molecule X process to the North Carolina facility. Senior manager will direct the project, cross-functional, cross-location. They'll start in January, complete by June, and just for your information, there's already been a feasibility study executed that evaluates the facility fit. So right now, I'm feeling really good about this project. I understand what it's going to do, why it's going to do it, the rationale, and I also get that some preliminary work has been done to complete a feasibility study. So now let's move on a little bit. The project approach, a stage gate process. I'm going to assume that there's a stage gate process active in this environment. Status and success will be evaluated at the end of each stage. And here is our project approach and our project guidelines. Let's reduce this just a hair so that we can see everything. I'm going to reduce this to 150% so we can see this entire table. Here's our phases. Here's the deliverable coming out of that. Here's who owns it. Here's who approves the deliverable. And look at our dates. Now we can manage if the project is on track or not because we're putting in commitment dates. That very important question of when. From a cost perspective, or the how much, here's the cost of the project. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but at least costs are in there. So as part of our project charter and our startup, we know what this project is going to cost. From an impact statement perspective, who is going to do the project is identified, and what kind of resourcing we need, the allocation and the time period, and then at the very end, the preliminary risks and the constraints, or why we should not do this project. Or if you will, these are the risks that we have to manage. As we recall from some of our conversations, any evolutionary or major change project is going to have some degree of risk to it because we've never done it before. And these risks become the risks that we manage during the ongoing execution of the project to ensure that the project is successful. Notice something else. We've got 1, 2, 3 pages of data. We don't have a lot of documentation. We don't have a lot of writing. We don't have a lot of verbiage to wade through. 3 pages, it takes us about 3 minutes to go through it. We understand the project, what it's doing, why it's doing it, how it's going to do it, what it's going to cost, the justification, and the major facets of the project that would lead me to say this is an effective project to pursue.